The following announcement has been paid for by the
Maharaja.
World Order.
Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road, back and back again, back again. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road.
Hey everybody, Goldie here, and today we're taking a look at the trial version of Seth Rollins' Embrace the Vision. So he is, again, trial character. You should have received him on the 18th of August. His trial ends tomorrow. Artwork of the card looks great. He is a modern era striker. He's got a bunch of moves. The trial version doesn't show his trainability, but he is a Leech Gem coach. So when the non-trial version goes live in the game, I'll do my card analysis video on him and his coach ability so we can talk a little bit about who he would benefit when that comes out. But for now, we're just going to take a look at the move sets. Again, with the links, nothing major. I do have both of the gears equipped. I figured why not show him at the most possible potential I can. And this will kind of make up for the fact that I don't have a strap to use for him. So he's got the 3 sets of gear. So this is the regular one. Pretty sick black suit. Kind of looks like Damien Sandow, like that. A little bit. And then we got what I thought was going to be all white, but it's like an ombre to this like bluish purple. But I mean, the pants match the shirt, so I don't know what the Michael Jackson glove is all about. I don't currently watch WWE, so I'm not sure. I don't know what the one glove is all about. It's not the gold gauntlet though. And then this is like I was painting my house look. That one doesn't have the man bun. But like this angle is like Damien Sandow, Elias, little bit of Andrade. Like I don't understand why he's so, I guess the beard is what makes him look fat faced. Anyways, enough about I'm not gonna body shame the guy, so oh, I was gonna show the boost. Yeah, I got a little distracted there, doing like a so you like what not to wear thing. So the first gear, there's actually names. So there's standard gear, Drip King, and Drip God. Okay, is this real? I guess this is real. Okay, so the Drip King gear is all color moves start with 3 more move points. And then the Drip God gear, all color moves that deal damage will deal 150% more damage. One thing to keep in mind, I guess I didn't do a really good job of explaining that, but it doesn't matter which gear you get first. When you have the second gear, this will be the boost that is active, regardless of if it's the Drip God or the Drip King. And when you acquire the other set, that's when this boost will be active. So it makes sense to list it off the way that I did, but in reality, it doesn't matter which one you get first. It's the same with Rey Mysterio's gear. It doesn't matter which one you get first. You need to have both to unlock the second ability. So there are a couple movesets for him that I'm going to show, at least 3. I'm going to start with my favorite. It is double red with black 3. So black 3 is the diving blockbuster. Deal 69,237 damage and swap a 3x3 random area into red gems. That's 9 MP. The straight sidekick, deal 66,746 damage and choose 5 black gems to destroy. That is 9 MP. And then the turnbuckle power bomb, deal 70,877 damage and make all black gems into multiply gems of strength 4. That is also 9 MP. So again, with the gear, again, I don't know why I keep going to this one. It doesn't matter. But with one set of gear, all color moves start with 3 more MP. So the reds are a 9 MP charge. With the gear, you're starting with 4 MP. With Butch or Sting, you'll be starting with 8. I have max tour perks, so this will be ready to go. If you don't have perks, but you have one of the gears, I'm not sure where my BlueStacks broke down there for a second. There we go. So if you don't have perks, but you have one of the gears and you have a 9K Powerhouse Batista, he might actually be better to use than Matt Hardy in that scenario, because he'll provide you with some more red move damage and one more red MP. So that would be my ideal set, but I don't have Batista at 9K. I also know that some people don't have Matt Hardy. I'm going to be using him because that's my preferred build for him. If you don't have Matt, you can use Acro Finn Balor. He is multiply gems do more damage. Or you could use a trainer that focuses on black gem damage. So Dude Love, Nikolai Volkov, Stephanie McMahon, or Powerhouse Shelton Benjamin. They have black gem damage. I don't have any coaches set because I don't have the ideal ones. But my preference would be Most Electrifying Man Rock for more multiply gem strength. And then Angelo Dawkins for more red move damage, and he would destroy an extra gem. So instead of destroying 5 black, you would destroy 6. You'd get a little more move damage as well. Now because we have the gears, these moves are going to scale 150% more, which is kind of why I didn't want to use a move damage trainer, because I just wanted to show what the gear would do on its own. Again, I also don't have a strap, but you could use a red metal on this build, and that would make the move damage even harder. And then you have to keep in mind he's a striker making multiply gems on his primary color. So with a full Fury set, he could hit super hard. Doing a black and red moveset, you could use the Viper Strike Plate, so you break black, I think it's turned yellow into red. So that would give you a little more board control as well, just to make sure you don't run out of red or black gems. So we're going to go up against Bobby Roode. He's 5 bronze, but he's strapped, and we have a class disadvantage just because with his gears, like, Seth is ridiculously overpowered. I think in this setup anyways. Like, you'll see once we start doing damage and stuff, but I figured we'll try to even out the playing field with a class disadvantage and an opponent with a strap, just so we can get a more accurate representation. So keep in mind, we have both gears, and we don't have a strap. But let's see what we can do against Mr. Bobby with this moveset. What did they do to his face? Like, he's got dark circles for days. Anyways, okay. So both of these reds are ready to go. I put the multiply gem move over here on the right because when the AI plays your character, they play right to left. So we're going to start with that. Turn all of the black gems into multiply gems of strength 6. And then could try to see if we can get a bit of a chain there. We can't chain any red gems, unfortunately, but so that would have been 334,000, but again, the opponent is strapped. And we kept them down anyways. Okay, I'm gonna run that again. because that seemed a little too easy. Okay, so the move damage is still fairly significant with a strapped opponent. I believe you'll have 20% move defense, just about 18. So we'll turn all the black gems into multiply gems of times 6. So we're doing about 30k. What I'm going to do just to show like the recycling purposes, I only need to break 1 to charge up the black move. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to prematurely end the match. So I'll just break this one here. And there's 2 ways you could play this. You would only need to destroy 2 of them if they're times 6. So what you could do is just destroy 2 and then leave a bunch of multiply gems on the board and then hit the diving blockbuster. And it's a 3x3 random area, so maybe you'll hit a multiply gem. See, we got the ideal drop there. And that'll fill up both of your red moves. Excellent, he kicked out. Just so I can show the recycling. So you would hit this move again. You don't have to worry about overriding them. You're not increasing the strength of your multiply gems, so you're not going to like hurt the gem damage of the black gems you already have down. And then this is going to end the match. So again, because they're times 6, you only need to break 2 of them. If you weren't using Matt Hardy, they'd be times 4, so you would probably still only need to break 2 of them. And if you want to end the match, you could just break your 5, or if you're using Dawkins, break 6, and then just do, like, use that as your finisher. And that would charge up your black move again, and that black move would refill all of your red moves. So this moveset I really like. Again, you could play it, just break 2 to recycle, and then that way you're leaving yourself black gems on the board, so you don't leave yourself a bad board. I got 2 more movesets we're going to take a look at, so let's quickly change up my trainers. All right, so my trainers are switched up. Let's take a look at the second moveset. It's going to be double black with blue 2. So the finisher is the stomp. It is deal 130,504 damage, destroy 4 random blue gems, and pin the opponent. That is a 10 move charge. The Falcon Arrow is 9 MP, deal 71,867 damage, and increase your blue gem damage by 143% for 2 turns. And then blue 2 is the Sling Blade, 4 MP, deal 39,789 damage, and choose a 2x2 area to swap into black gems. So for this build, what I'm going to be doing is focusing on blue gem damage. So I'm going to be using Rob Van Dam and Edge. Both give 35% more damage to blue gems. If you don't have Rob Van Dam, you could substitute him for the new striker Sasha. She adds 2,200 base damage to your blue gems. So that would be a good alternative. Again, with his gear, you don't need MP trainers because this blue move is only 4 MP. So with his gear, that's going to be ready to go turn 1. I also put on Afa for blue gem damage. Normally I try not to put a chase character on, but he was fairly obtainable. So he would be a good option. And the ideal other coach for me for this build would be Montez Ford, who I don't have. But he would add 10% more damage to your black moves, and he would destroy another gem with the finisher. Now, the finisher only destroys 4 blue gems, so there's 2 ways that you could play it. You could use Acro Kofi instead of one of the blue gem trainers if you want to use the finisher, like you could build up this finisher to be insane with his gears and a black move metal. You could use Acro Kofi just to have all your blue gem damage stacked and then hit a big finisher and destroy like 9 blue gems to make it hit super hard. But you only need 4 to recycle. So the other option is just to load up on your blue gem damage. I think both would work. But we're going to give this a try with the blue gem focus. I've played through this moveset a couple times and found it was a little dependent on the kind of black gems you have set up on the board and what your pin bar looks like. But if you get a favorable board and or pin bar, I feel like you could hit really freaking hard with this. So you want to try to get a wild card and not... Okay, never mind. This is what I meant by board dependent. Like it's only a 2x2 area, so you have to kind of connect it to other black gems. So we're gonna hit the Falcon Arrow, and we're going to increase our blue gem damage. So now our blue gems are doing 15k. So they're doing 10k more, and keeping in mind that Bobby Roode has like a bunch of gem defense on him. Like just over 40%. So we've hit the Falcon Arrow. We're going to use the Sling Blade to try to charge up that black move again. Big risk of Cascade. Yeah. See, this was the problem that I was having with it only being a 2x2. It feels like because it's a 9 charge, you could put Elias on as a coach. Okay, so we can still stack another thing of blue gem damage here. So let's do that. And now, yeah, so now these are doing 25k. And the finisher with the gear hits for 302,000. You could get 133% or 200% black move metal, and this could be an absolute nightmare. We're going to end the match because he doesn't have enough health, but that is a dope move animation. So this build has potential, but like I said, I feel it's very dependent on pin bar and board. I haven't looked to see if that move scales in area at 5 silver. No idea what it will do at 5-star gold when we eventually get there. But if that scales a little bit, it could make things a little easier, because then you could go up to the top of the board and just connect onto one black gem instead of trying to get an entire cluster to charge up the 9 MP. But it can certainly hit for a bunch of damage. And let's do one more move set, and then we'll go from there. So the other build I saw as having potential was double blue with the finisher. So again, we're going to be using the Stomp, and we're going to be using the Sling Blade, but we're bringing in blue 1, which is the dodging Insecurity. It's 4 MP, just like the Sling Blade. Deal 48,267 damage and gain 4 black MP. So this would help to combat feeling like you need to make a massive cascade, because it will give you the extra 4 black MP, and then with the finisher destroying 4 blue gems, it reloads both of these. I'm going to build this with a move damage focus. I don't have the ideal trainers. I do have Fandango, so he gives 30% more damage to blue moves and 20% more damage to black moves. Ideally, you would use Acro Asuka. She's the black finisher trainer, so she would give you an extra 150% on the finisher, which you already get 150% from the gear. I have a very mediocre Striker Dean to add another 10% on. I also don't have the ideal coaches. So again, Montez for the 10% black move damage and to destroy an extra gem just because. And Hall of Fame Honky Tonk Man would give you 25% on the blue moves as well. So with the gear and the move damage trainers, and then you could toss on a black percent metal. This would be strictly move damage based. Really good for getting around characters like the Bushwhackers in a tag because they're like gem defense. Maybe not so good against the Miz and Morrison because they're move defense. So I'm going to hit this, but I'm not going to place it because we're just going to do damage. We don't need to do that. We'll hit the dodging enziguri. And that will charge our finisher. And with the black gem, black move trainers, we're hitting for 341,000. And again, this is without a strap, and this is with move reduction. So normally it would be 365. And he'll destroy 4 blue gems, which is exactly what we need to charge up the other 2 blue moves. And he kicked out. Perfect. We can talk about the recycling aspect. So this set I find not as board dependent as the previous one. The only bit of board dependency you would have is making sure you have at least 3 blue gems on the board. So let's go here. We have a lot of pin bar to work with. I still don't want to try to cascade into a pin, but... Ah, hell. Okay, there we go. It's always the way, isn't it? And then you would hit the finisher again. And the match would be over. And if for some reason the match wasn't over, you can just keep recycling that moveset. So I think between this moveset and the first one of double red black 3, I like both of them. The second moveset, I think with a little bit of finesse, and maybe that's just practice on my part, but I think that has potential. Just a matter of having a favorable board. So let's just take a peek at him one more time. I'm not sure which gear I like better, actually. Let's just go with the all black. Totally Damien Sandow, like that. So this card, I will fully admit, when he first came out, I was a little, like, just looking at it, I was like, oh, okay. I think he'd have a hard time fitting into the top 3 of modern male strikers, but after playing him with both of his gears, I think he's going to be a feud monster. If you have just one gear and one MP trainer, and then I don't even think you would need max MP perks, but he could definitely be a turn 1 killer, and he could be quick. But I feel like he absolutely needs at least one gear to be like in the conversation for top striker of the game. The problem with striker is it's a very loaded class, and there are a lot of very good ones. So he certainly holds his own with both of the gears. I'm in no way an expert on this. But I think he could easily be somebody's best striker. And there usually is a Seth Rollins requirement in the game now. He's certainly the best striker version of Seth, that is for sure. Again, not sure about the the specifics of his coaching ability. But when that version, like when the real version goes live in the game, I'll do a breakdown video on that and we'll talk about that coachability. So let me know what you think of Mr. Embrace the Vision. I'm happy, like the card is good, but I'm very much of the mind that there are a lot of characters in the game that deserve a good second card. Seth didn't really need a sixth, but that is a conversation for another day, I think. So let me know what you think. Again, this was a trial, so everybody got to test this out. Let me know what moveset you liked. Let me know what trainer build you like. Let me know what kind of strap build you think you would go with. What kind of skill plate. Let me know if you plan to feud for this character. If it's somebody that you want, if you're kind of nonplussed about it, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this trial version of Seth freaking Rollins. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Be sure to like, share with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified when my next gameplay video comes out. Thank you again for watching. Take care.